I'm a perfectionist. Every time I try to this isn't even put on. I'm a perfectionist. There's so many video ideas that I want to make, so many projects I want to get started, but every time I try and do anything, it feels like there's this weird invisible force field that's trying to stop me from making any kind of progress. And just like any invader trying to conquer Russia in the winter, I haven't learned my lesson. But in my many moments of perfectionism and procrastination, I do think that I've come to some kind of realization. And that is, I think the experts are wrong. Let me explain. So I love hacks, not the kind of server-acquired, basement-dwelling goblin kind of hacking, more like the tips, tricks, and advice that really helps you get shit done. And because I'm such a perfectionist, I've listened to all the books, seen all the videos and the podcasts on how to solve this problem, and there's a bunch of hacks, from the 2-minute rule to the do something principle, accountability buddies, price pact. You name it, and I've tried it. And the thing is, these hacks, they kind of work part of the way. You know, I mean, there's a reason they're so popular, but they suffer from the same kind of problem that the self-improvement industry as a whole suffers from. And that is that it's incomplete. It's like putting a band-aid or a plaster over the cracks that are the real root cause of your perfectionism. Like a guy trying to take a multivitamin instead of eating healthy, or drinking a shit ton of coffee to compensate for the fact that you're not sleeping enough. It's like eventually these problems are going to catch up with you and it's not going to be sustainable. So then that begs the question, what is the real problem and how do we address it? Well, for me, it all clicked with this 30-second clip from Alex Hormozi.
I'm gonna be real with you guys. If you need accountability, you're never gonna win. That's what no one's gonna tell you. If you need accountability, you're not gonna make it. So you need to be your own witness. Like, and if you can't be adult enough in your own life to be the person that you want to hold yourself accountable to, then you need to go fix that. I think Epictetus is this great quote. He said, if you need, do you know what that quote is? I know you do, Kirby. It's one of my favorite. He said, if you are ever tempted to look for outside approval, realize that you have compromised your integrity. If you need a witness, be your own. And so I'll say it differently. If you are ever tempted to look for outside accountability, realize that you have compromised your integrity. Because if you need someone to hold you accountable, it should be you. Because no one's going to save you. But if you want to lose weight and you have a coach, it's great. Great, you lose the weight. But then what? Will you have that person until you're 85? At some point, you have to take responsibility. And so many of you are distracted, but you don't take accountability for the distraction. And the way that you take accountability for the distraction is being willing to suffer the pain of removing the things that you have been allowing to distract you.
Damn, if that is not some 2,000-year-old wisdom right there. Fundamentally, all these tips, tricks, and hacks are only there to supplement the fact that we can't be a grown-up enough to just get shit done, to do the things that you said you were going to do. And by the way, I'm kind of talking to myself here, but if the shoe fits, it fits. But then what do we do with this information? Like, where do we go from here? Well, for me, I've decided that personally, I'm doing away with all the hacks, all the tricks, at least for now. I need to build up that foundation of just doing the things that I said I was going to do, of having a higher standard for myself, that if I say I'm going to do something, it means I'm going to do that thing. And usually, I'd end this kind of video by making some kind of public commitment to the frequency of how much I'm going to upload, to kind of get that external accountability of people going like, oh, well, he said he was going to do this. But I'm not going to do that. I have a commitment in my head for what I'm going to do and how often I'm going to do it. And if I can't do that, that's really the problem. The fact is, I shouldn't need it, I don't need it, and neither do you. It's time to start valuing your own opinion of yourself over anyone else's. See you in the next one.